Yeah, hi everyone. This is Hemal, and we're gonna talk about the game engine. I've designed a, I've used this Azul game engine to implement sprites and understanding all the functionalities of that engine itself and how it's designed and what are the features using sprites, using colors, using the position, creating window itself. Um, so we're gonna also tried implementing our manager from the last week's slides, last assignment. So let's start with the basic. So these are the new manager prototype that we used created previously. We have tried to implement that, change the data node to sprite node, and you created a sprite name. This is sprite, sprite box, player, uninitialized. It's just a random names I have used for now, because we don't have uh, much of data as of now, but we can add those names in sprite name, or even we can change this name to something in general, and we can use this for a lot of different things to identify what kind of data we are holding right now. All right. I didn't have to change this. This is just for a double a linked list. So it's still the same. Manager is still the same as well. Only thing that I've implemented is how many number of nodes we're gonna put in, and I've changed the way we add the uh, object to the manager. Initially, I was using a reference, but now I'm just sending in name and the object itself. Okay. All right. Let's move to our game where we have included our objects and implemented the code for movements and everything. The main uh, function all it's doing is calling this game where it's running all the updates, rendering, drawing, and those kind of functions which are essential for our game. Okay, so I have created this 11 sprites. On top of that, I have just created a sprite box because I was just testing it. I have used this uh, float values to actually implement and use those aliens to move around. Um, these are all global variables. Um, all right. So how the code start is we are initializing first. So it initializes, it says the Windows name, it says the width and height that have put 1074, 776, 768, and the color of the background itself. Um, this is the start load content where we actually load or we actually initialize all our data. So in here we are setting we have this alien TGA that we took, and we are using it to get the values from that sprite sheet, which has different alien sprites in there. Let me pull it up for you. All right, so it's PA2, and that's our resources. So this is the sprite sheet. We have used the 6 aliens and this spaceship as well to display up there. we have used this each top values and the width and height of each of that to actually uh, show or draw it on our screen here. This is just a sprite box. It just create a box which holds which can hold sprites, but this is just a simple box. That's it. I have added all the sprites in the manager. I've initialized it with 10, but we have, I guess, 11. Alright, so now let's move to our update function, where we are updating all the values. Which this is the first alien which is doing its movement. It's going. We are moving it 2 units each update, which runs over time. Uh, this is the second alien that I'm trying to use. It's all its movement settings, where there are two different aliens which we are actually scaling. So sy is the scaling values. If scaling value is greater than 2 or it is less than 1, we are changing it back. We are just making it negative. And we are also trying to swap the colors. If it's greater than 0, then we have this color, else we use this different color. So it swaps the color every time. This is for move to and fro in between the screen. We are just using X values for this another alien. If it goes just above around the screen width or around the X the 0 value, it will be moved to and fro, so it will move around the whole X axis. This is just simple rotation that I was trying to use, and it just rotates the sprite itself. This is rotation and movement. Every time either it touches a height or a screen width or any other uh, place, it will move around. And these are all the update function that we need to call to update the values of that specific sprites. And then the last thing that we are doing is drawing. So I'm using our manager function to get the sprite node, and while I will go through the whole list, and we're taking a temporary sprite. If the sprite dot name is sprite itself, then we are doing this for and just calling the render function. We have done the unboxing here, and we're just moving it to the next node every time. So I'm just going to run the code now. Let's just clean this up, build it, and run it. So you can see these are the two sprites that are scaling. This is the first one which is moving around. This is the to and fro one, and this is rotating as well as moving in all directions, and this is just rotating in its place. And these are all the different sprites that we have used here. I just put it as it way it is, just different sprites and colors on there. This is a spaceship. So that's the basic function we are doing right now with this Sprites. Alright, hang on with us for the next week as well. We'll be coming up with the new assignments with some challenges as well. Thank you. And